Well, just for some of the people who are going to watch this and they don't maybe know who Brett Keane is, Brett Keane was one of the most influential atheists on all of YouTube. Before there was ever an Aaron Raw, it was Brett Keane. Brett Keane was the atheist vindicator. And Brett Keane had a road to Damascus type of experience and is very much trying to live for the Lord now. So we won over one of the biggest tools that Satan ever had on YouTube, and we are extremely underutilizing him.
That's
What else would you go over, Brett?
Well, yeah. I was saying that because I was doing those chats and talking to religious folks and non-believers, a lot of people said, "Brett, you got a pretty cool voice and personality. Why don't you do YouTube?" And I remember checking out YouTube 20 years ago. It was just cat videos and gerbils on wheels. I was like, "Why do they want me to do this thing for?" But I did, and blew up pretty quickly. Well, my only competition was kittens and puppies, so what are you gonna do?
That's true. And you kind of laid the pavement for all of YouTube podcast shows today. All the live panels that you see are almost brainchildren of the way you did your show, the God TV Radio. Is that right?
Yeah. A lot of non-believers, even nowadays, I've noticed because every once in a while I get bored and feel like a masochist and go visit an atheist channel, see what they're saying, and they're not saying anything new or interesting that I haven't already said and better. Yeah, so it doesn't impress me.
Right. Well, okay. And with YouTube, they seem to have a pattern. Anytime somebody goes young earth creation or even Christian period, they definitely start shadow banning your channel. It's happened to my channel, it's happened to multiple channels for you. Are you afraid at all that that will happen to this channel again?
As far as I know, it could have already happened the moment I, restarted up the YouTube channel. I don't know. I know a lot of Christian YouTubers who are making great looking videos. And I mean, some of the imagery that you use and thumbnails, you're really working hard to make it right. And I think that you should be a lot farther on YouTube than what you are. You should be like 10,000 subs in with the kind of time you put into your work here. So something's wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had the same experience. The channel you had when I met you, I think it was over 10,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've went through a lot of channels. Yeah, for some reason, atheists can sit up there and do nasty, weird stuff on video, but if a religious person gets a little feisty, uh-oh.
Okay, yep, exactly. All right, so is YouTube your main platform right now, or is it more or less a backup platform for you? Where are you putting most of your eggs?
Well, I'm mostly dealing with the website and everything and working on that and the music and YouTube's this. I think one of the reasons why I even returned is I like some of the people on here. I dig folks like you and being able to talk to people on social media. But I got to be honest, as far as the religion versus atheist thing, that started getting boring because, like I said, they say the same thing over and over like a scripted robot. uh, Atheists aren't the same way they used to be a long time ago. They were more, how shall I say, beholden. Uh, I don't know if it's right to say this on the screen and stuff, but they seem to have more courage and guts back in the day. And it was maybe because there were people like me around there to, give them some good arguments or something. But nowadays they're weak. Yay! Yes. Bravo.
Weak is the best way to describe it, but not as weak, Brett, as their arguments for evolution, right? Man, I wish you would. I wish you would make a trip to Noah's Ark in Kentucky with us. We're trying to get a bunch of creationists to go there and protest the atheist protest. And Atheist Junior's one of many people you know that'll be there. And I can't wait to be able to engage him in debate face to face.
That'd be difficult for me. My patience level is very low. I have a hard time not having flashbacks of WWE wrestling.
But it would be really funny because Aaron Raw is going to be there too. And he would almost have to pay you homage because if it wasn't for you, he would be a nobody. he basically mimicked your every move to get where he is.
Well, he ain't doing a very good job of it.
You know, it might do you some good to come visit.
Kent has repeatedly asked me in the past to come down there. Unfortunately, although I've gotten a little bit better with this, I still have the agoraphobia issue.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot better at it, though. My wife, from time to time, will actually take me out on a highway, and I try to adapt to it. But I do, from time to time, have the anxiety attack, so I got to be careful with that. If there were back roads all the way there, that would work.
I mean, you wouldn't be leaving the South. You would just be driving deeper into the South. So, yeah, I think we could find a route that was all back roads. And maybe we could find some kind of van where we could black out the windows and set you up with a computer and mobile Wi Fi in the back.
I don't know, man. I've seen those videos of those non-believers saying people get put in cans and buried on the compound and all that. I don't know.
You know, the thing is I've been here so many times and I've never come across any of the bizarre things that are claimed to have been here.
Well, I hear you there. I've seen a lot of videos of the place and also seen videos where people visited, and it looks very, very peaceful and beautiful and all that. So I don't know. I don't know where people get that. Maybe it's at nighttime. Everybody turns into vampires or something.
All right. And as far as the album you have now, you said you have about 40 singles. So are you going to be
No, no,
dropping
no.
any?
40 tracks that are up there, people are able to actually buy digital copies, but I got 20 songs actually on a CD that people can get nowadays.
Now, are all of these songs coming from the mind of Brett Keane, or are you doing what a lot of artists are doing now and incorporating the AI into it?
I've used some AI in order to clean up noise and use reduction and all that. And also, AI is very useful if you perform the music and then you run it through an AI and say, hey, I want it pumped up, I want it stronger. And sometimes you could actually try to see what it would sound like if it were to change the instrument to something else, see if it's more clear. I have played around with AI. It is neat. Needs some more advancement, though, in technology.
Yeah, especially all the free versions out there right now are pretty still shoddy, but some of the paid versions that especially Christian YouTube channels are taking advantage of is awesome stuff.
See that right there? That's the CD case and shows the disc and all that. That's all the imagery just on one CD alone.
Well, all right. I want all of you guys to go show some love to God TV Radio. Go check out some of Brett's music and support his content. If you haven't ever heard him talk before, he has the voice of a podcasting angel. His voice was made for YouTube podcasting, and that's probably because every YouTube podcaster, whether they know it or not, came from the inspiration of Brett Keane. So even though you may not have ever heard of him, or maybe you have, he deserves a bigger place in YouTube history than what he currently got.